reviewing started pretty quickly after the incident. The 41 slowed abruptly over there on the back straightaway, sort of blocking the three and allowing the kind of as a mechanism of that, the 14 went by the 41 and the three. So obviously, with all of the data that we have available to us now, data coming off the car for brakes, steering, throttle, and all of the audio, we dug into all of that and obviously found some things that we felt like we had to react to. The data was pretty telling, and then when we got to the audio and had the crew chief telling the driver that I think you got a flat, check up, when he couldn't even see the car or have any idea whatsoever that the car might have a flat. Pretty obviously pretty telling as to what went on there. And there was that coupled with the data in the video and all the rest of the things that we looked into. Well, that was the bulk of the things, but in-car videos and whatnot, like nothing contradicted the fact that was done deliberately by those individuals. So we were certainly forced to react, and you saw the reaction today. We can't have teams manipulating the finishing order, certainly on super high alert for the playoffs. And had this been the determining factor in the 14 making it into the round of 8 or not, our reaction probably certainly would have been bigger. The 14 qualified for the round of 8 without this, but had it not been the case and the 14 would have gotten into the playoffs, it would have, we would have had to react in a even stronger fashion. Well, so we actually did. That was a topic of discussion, and that was one of the options that we considered. We landed on not suspending the driver, and really probably a big reason for that is really kind of super flagrant things are the super flagrant things that eliminated other competitors or actions that were just completely unacceptable. Not that this one was acceptable, but dangerous other things in nature are the only things that we've really in the past sat a driver down for. So we did consider that, and we opted not to, just kind of because of the past precedent that we've set for sitting drivers down, and didn't feel like this completely fit into the bucket. So once we looked at all the points and what the sort of final sort of consequences of this, and realized that the next person out wasn't going to be, it wasn't going to change who advanced to the round of 8. We definitely spent a lot of time listening to all the 14 car audio, and there was not a word during the race about teammates or anything on the 14 car radio throughout the race. They were concerned and keeping the driver up to speed, how the points were shaking out at different times during the race. And there was different times during the race when they were where everybody was running on the track. They were in some of the race and they were out some of the race. So the only chatter they had on their radio was about kind of where they were points wise with the current running order, but nothing that we could even remotely point to as being any kind of scandalous conversation on the radio. So since it didn't affect the playoffs, we didn't, I can't say that we didn't talk about that, but it was we ruled that possibility out pretty early in the process once we realized the 14 would have been in either way.